when the Naira was stronger than the dollar. Don't worry, those days will return. Oh, I know you don't believe me. If the Lord I serve is still on his throne, those glorious days will return. Maybe when that happens, you will know that there is a God of miracles.
Good day and welcome to NAIJA ANCHOR News. Let's talk politics, where we bring you the most critical discussions shaping our nation. Today we are diving into the turbulent waters of Nigeria's economy, focusing on the journey of the Naira under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. Since taking office in May 2023, President Tinubu has introduced audacious economic reforms, leading to significant shifts in the Naira's value and the daily lives of Nigerians. Join us as we examine the trajectory of our currency and the impact of these pivotal policies. When President Bola Ahmed Tinubu assumed office on May 29, 2023, he inherited an economy grappling with significant challenges, notably a complex multi-tiered exchange rate system and unsustainable fuel subsidies. His administration promptly embarked on a series of bold, albeit painful, economic reforms aimed at stabilizing the Nigerian economy and attracting foreign investment. 2 years into his tenure, these policies have profoundly impacted the Nigerian Naira, ushering in a period of unprecedented volatility that has dominated national discourse. Upon his inauguration, the official exchange rate of the Naira to the US dollar stood at approximately 460 Naira per dollar. However, a significant gap existed with the parallel market, where the Naira traded at a considerably weaker rate, fostering arbitrage and discouraging legitimate foreign investment. The fuel subsidy, while seemingly providing a cushion for citizens, was a major drain on government revenue, with trillions of Naira spent annually, much of it fraught with corruption. President Tinubu's immediate and defining policies were the removal of the petrol subsidy and the unification of the multiple exchange rate windows. These measures, while hailed by international financial institutions like the World Bank and IMF, are necessary for long-term economic health, sent immediate shockwaves through the Nigerian economy. The removal of the fuel subsidy led to a sharp increase in petrol prices, directly impacting transportation costs and, consequently, the price of almost all goods and services. These fueled a significant surge in inflation, which has soared to over 23%, and with food inflation exceeding 40% at various points under his administration. Simultaneously, the unification of the exchange rates designed to allow the Naira to find its true market value resulted in rapid and substantial depreciation of the currency. From 460 Naira to the dollar in May 2023, the Naira has experienced significant fluctuations, reaching highs and lows that have tested the resilience of businesses and households alike. As of July 2025, the Naira trades at approximately 1,500 to the US dollar at the official market, a stark contrast to its value at the beginning of its administration. This represents a substantial devaluation, which has made imports significantly more expensive, impacting manufacturers reliant on imported raw materials and increasing the cost of living for Nigerians. Acknowledging the widespread hardship, President Tinubu and his economic team have consistently emphasized that these measures are crucial for building a sustainable and resilient economy. The government has highlighted the following efforts to mitigate the impact and stabilize the Naira. First is the increased revenue generation. Secondly, the fiscal discipline and tax reforms. Thirdly, the CBN interventions. The Central Bank of Nigeria has been actively intervening in the foreign exchange market, injecting dollars to ease corporate demand pressures and manage volatility. The CBN has also focused on rebuilding confidence in the FX market through initiatives like the Willing Buyer, Willing Seller framework and boosting diaspora remittances. Fourthly is addressing foreign exchange backlog. The administration has made significant progress in clearing the substantial foreign exchange backlog, which had previously deterred foreign investors and caused operational difficulties for businesses. Another measure is to focus on local production. There's an ongoing push to encourage import substitution and boost local production, particularly in agriculture and manufacturing, to reduce reliance on imports and conserve foreign exchange. Lastly is the infrastructure development and diversification. Investments in critical infrastructure, including power sector reforms and diversification efforts into solid minerals, are aimed at creating a more productive and resilient economy, less susceptible to external shocks. While the government maintains that the worst is behind them and that their reforms are yielding positive results, evidenced by reported GDP growth and increased foreign portfolio investment inflows, the daily reality for many Nigerians remains challenging. The persistent high inflation and diminished purchasing power continue to be major concerns. In conclusion, President Tinubu's economic reforms have undeniably reshaped Nigeria's financial landscape, leading to a significant depreciation of the Naira, but also laying what the government hopes are crucial foundations for long-term stability. The journey has been tumultuous, marked by both challenges and strategic interventions. As we continue to monitor these developments, the focus remains on how these policies will ultimately translate into tangible improvements in the lives of everyday Nigerians. Thank you for tuning in to NAIJA Anchor News. Let's talk politics.